Alright, this is NFL 2K4 with Warren Sapp undercover. I got a comment on a video asking to show the sliders that I use for this game. This is on a PlayStation 2 version of it. I don't imagine that there's really any inherent difference between this and the Xbox version in gameplay and the way the sliders affect it. I strongly doubt there is. So this should work just fine. So here, you can just pause the video as I go down, and hopefully that's good enough. I would do this with a capture card, but it wouldn't be nearly as high res as this is even. The settings are basically identical for human and CPU. The fatigue is a little different. That might have actually been on accident, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you can see coverage, pursuit, tackling all the way up. Kicking is all the way down. So is catching, blocking, and running. Or sorry, passing. And then running is up somewhat. It's not all the way to that first bar, but it's just about. See where fatigue is. These are the settings that I always used. This is going to give you low scoring games, no question about it. You're going to be playing like 10-7, 21-14 or something. You're not going to be playing high, like maybe 21-17 or something. Low scoring games in general. I do personally. I like to play with fast game speed. I turn the quarter length up. I'm not sure why it's not up. I usually go for 10-minute quarters with a fast game speed. The only thing is, I used to play on normal, and here's what I'll show you. The difficulty settings that I had set up here were meant for a roster with, you can see all these players here. I don't know what happened. I mentioned this in a video a long time ago. I think it was that random chair rant vid. My rosters don't load in automatically in this game, and I guess I didn't copy them across because I got a new memory card and I guess I didn't copy them. What I had set up was I set the speed of every single player up to 99, except for the quarterback, the punter, and the kicker. I left them at the default speed, so that guy would stay 61. This guy would be 99. This guy would be 99. He'd be 99. He'd be 39. And that gave a real fast game of football, keeping all these guys at 99 speed with that difficulty setting. I like to play a fast game with decently long quarters so the game doesn't feel short, but it still plays out fast. In terms of editing everybody to be 99 speed, it's a bitch, because you got to come in here, edit player, go through all this shit just to adjust his speed. It will take forever to do that again. That's why I haven't done it yet. I just put it on fast game speed, and I felt like that mostly made up for the difference. On NFL 2K3, I did the same thing with putting the player speed up to 99. In that game, all you got to do is come into the roster, hover over the player that you want, and just click edit, and it will edit the speed instead of having to go through that whole damn menu. You just adjust the speed from right there, which is way easier than this shit that they had set up on here. So yeah, I don't, that's something to where, just because it's such a bitch to do, it's probably not worth doing. But yeah, there are the roster, sorry, the sliders. I'm really tired when I'm making this vid, man. But yeah, just a couple things to say about this. I play with, you could probably tell, I play with the 2003 rosters. I used to have it set up with the more modern rosters, but they haven't done, Operation Sports hasn't done an updated roster in a long time. And for some reason, whenever I tried to edit the rosters myself, after a certain point of changing players out, it would just say you can no longer edit players. It's like, what the fuck, man? So you'd have the player, like here, Bettis, you change him to whoever the hell it was at the time, like Mendenhall. It would say Bettis, but his stats are for Mendenhall. So it's like, what the fuck? You just could not add any more players. There's a hard-coded limit of the number of players. I don't know how those guys at Operation Sports overcame that problem, but you cannot do it on your own. It's just too many players have changed since 2003 to be under that limit. So I just play with the 2003 rosters. I don't mess with it. Like I say, I did have all their speeds set at 99 before, but that got fucked up. And again, it'd probably take you a couple days of working on it to get it all to 99. And I even changed all the free agents too, which, I mean, that'd take you a long fucking time, man. It took me a long time in, look at that, man. Westbrook was a free agent. I didn't realize that. But yeah, pretty cool game, definitely. There's my settings for it. Again, I'll just go through them one more time. So try them out. Let me know what you think. I came up with this. Fuck, I don't know. I've been using this for probably 7 or 8 years now. I had another roster set up that basically had the humans all the way up and the CPU all the way down, which was meant for 2 players. So that way it's you versus a human and the CPU can't do anything. You have maximum passing turned on, and it's basically just you versus the other player, and the CPU guys are just like cannon fodder or whatever. But that's not really a good idea for playing on your own, because you're just going to destroy the whole game and you'll be going like 100 and fucking zeros. So those are the settings, and I hope you get on, and anybody else watching this, Happy New Year.